Hello and welcome to Who Are You? This is a reasonably well done sci-fi watchcast hosted by two former strangers, now friends, who are currently watching 2004's Battlestar Galactica. I'm Xhafer.
And I'm Laura. You did it.
We did it. I don't know how much of the stuff before that take is making it into the episode. Maybe
Probably none.
Probably none. Maybe it'll be in the after credits. But I did it.
Congratulations.
It could be like one of those Facebook videos that loops where the end is the beginning thing.
Oh, yeah.
Only it's this episode.
I wondered if the energy you came at it with the first take was because you've recently watched the episode. So,
Today.
yeah. So, listener, just to set the scene, I watched this one a couple weeks ago because I'm trying to keep us ahead and stuff. Xhafer's had a very busy week and a half. And I needed to come back to it. I was like, man, I don't really, just so much has happened to me too, because I've had a lot of school stuff. I was like, I don't really remember what's going on. I want to make sure that I can visualize some of the things that we talk about, even though I wrote notes the first time, right? So about an hour, maybe 2 hours ago, I'm sitting on the couch and Evie's watching cartoons, and I pull the episode up on my phone. And about, I don't know, I'll call it in the discussion, but somewhere around halfway through, I was like, okay, I'm good. I remember what's going on here.
Yeah, this episode moves at the pace of a drunk turtle.
Maybe this is the key that Laura needs to watch the episode, write notes, and then come back to it a time later and watch the episode again to have an actual rating. Because every time you ask me what I rate the episode, and I'm like, I haven't thought about it. I've got a rating.
I've got a rating on this one. Yeah, I've got a rating. I've got one good bit, and that's just where we're at with Battlestar Galactica Season 4, Episode 4, Escape Velocity, aptly named because I wish I could achieve escape velocity of this episode.
Just get out of this one, yeah.
The content warning is, this was not a good episode.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some weird stuff in it, too. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just kind of weird and bad.
I wouldn't say it's...
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
But it's not good.
It's definitely not good. It's very middling, and that's the worst kind of TV to watch. Bad TV, you make some jokes. You do your Viper thing. It's fun. Good TV, you're sitting there, you're thinking, you're engaging. Middling TV, you're just...
checking your watch.
along for the ride.
To tell you what I'm not along for the ride for is Gaius Christ. I don't like this at all. That's the first thing I wrote about the LTO for this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gaius Christ. So I don't remember what he was doing exactly that was Christy, but so there's something.
You watched this one weeks ago. I watched this one today, but the last time I watched an episode was 15 days ago.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So it's been a little bit of a break. So I really appreciated that last time on that we got to remind me where the fuck we are in this season.
Yeah, set the stage with all the stuff that's going on. I'm starting to get worried that perhaps we are dragging some things out a little a la Deanna and the Final Five, and I don't like that.
But Laura, one will be revealed.
Yeah. I'm sitting here wondering, too, if we wanted to talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
So this season gets split in half because of the writer's strike.
Well, I mean, it was getting split in half anyways. The previous season, I think, got split in half, too.
Okay.
But it got split in, way half.
Big half.
The previous season got split in half, we'll give it, 6 months. This season was a year and a half, I think, in between.
Yeah. Okay. So I was
pulling up the list calendar.
One's going to be revealed, right?
Yeah.
Is that going to happen before or after the half? And you don't have to tell me.
You know that I'm not going to answer that question.
Yeah.
I also don't remember.
I'm pros and consing it in my head, trying to figure out which one it is. But I feel like it's more likely after, right? That feels more likely. But yeah, some things drag it out too long.
It's either in like 2 episodes or 10 episodes. I'll say that. And I will say that every episode.
And one of them you'll be right.
Eventually.
2 possibly. Yeah.
Yeah. Hypothetically, too.
Could be.
All right.
Yeah. So the LTOs about this episode that I wrote down.
Yeah.
Gaius Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Saul and Ellen.
Yeah.
And Callie. Those are the things that it will behoove us to remember throughout this episode.
We open on Callie's funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Not a military funeral. This is a religious service.
Correct.
Tyrell's in a nice suit. Rosalind makes a point of giving Bill instructions like, hey, this is nice. And he's all like, I hate this shit. And she's all like, bitch, take notes.
She's like, no, this is what I want. And he's like, oh, right.
Okay.
Yeah. The second this scene started and I saw Rosalind, I wrote down, is Rosalind wearing a wig?
Yes.
Yes.
As confirmed in this episode.
Laura got it.
A really terrible wig. Shout out
the hair's
to my
way
friend
too dark.
Megan, who did a PowerPoint presentation truck at my place about how to identify wigs once. Changed my life.
Well, I think this wig is too dark. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if it's objectively too dark for Mary McDonnell. Like, I don't know. I'm not that kind of a stylist, but we've gotten used to her in a certain way. And this wig was made to be obvious and too dark. Like, that people would be like, oh, now she's wearing a wig because hair loss, I assume.
Yes. Yeah, we saw her pulling out some hair.
Yeah.
Like an episode or 2 ago.
Yeah.
They note that the ceremony has to take place at dawn. They're all pretty sleepy.
Yeah, what's dawn on a spaceship? But anyway.
Well, that's actually a thing I wanted to talk about for a moment.
Cool.
Because there's 3 possibilities, really. 1, they can just have never changed their time from Caprica, which is the most likely.
Probably likely, right?
Especially for day-to-day stuff, I assume that they're just operating on Caprican time.
Yeah, like the military has to have its own time, right?
Yeah. Regardless of time zone and stuff. I assume they use like where their HQ is, and I believe that was Caprica, because that's why Baltar was there and stuff, and 6 and all that shit. So assumptions, but Caprican time, Caprica City time, probably military time. It'd also be very convenient for time lining up when we had all that shit in season 1. But then also they could be hypothetically using a local star clock for dawn.
Okay.
Like you pick up place on a local planet, and when it's dawn there, it's dawn.
Yeah, but you'd be doing that a lot if you're jumping around all the time.
Well, I don't think you do this every day, but for funerals, maybe.
Oh, then you're like, okay, this is done for this. Okay.
And then there's the other one, which they talk about in Babylon 5 for a hot second, when there's like a very time-based thing and someone misses it, but they don't, because it's when the light that would have been at that moment reaches Babylon 5, the thing for Jakar. They could be doing that too, which is when the light from a dawn on, wherever she's from, reaches the Battlestar. It'd be one that would be hypothetically hundreds of years before she was born. We don't know how exactly far they've traveled, and they don't really make a point of telling us for a number of reasons. Because it star charts and shit. It's a lot of math for no plot gain.
Yes, exactly. There's some people you would lose real fast, and not enough people you would keep.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't begrudge a show for not giving us these things, but they could have done something along those lines too, where it's all like, oh well, the dawn from the town that she was born in would reach the Battlestar. It would have been at this time. That light will hit us at this time. So it could be like some god awful hour.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever it is, it's not great because Tori's like, WTF, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dawn funeral, not a thing I would really want to do. I'm glad all the funerals I usually attend are like mid-morning to early afternoon. Yeah.
It's kind of like an interesting choice, right? Because like the whole thing with the funeral is the end and the dawn is the beginning of the day. So like I can kind of like see where you're trying to do a
It's like
thing,
some
and some
poetry,
beginnings. Yeah, it rhymes, I guess. Like what they're going for, but also it just sounds fucking exhausting. Like you're already grieving. Don't make me set a fucking alarm.
Exactly. Those things together are extra hard. Each is hard individually.
Yeah. If the goal is to make me not as sad because I'm bitching about having to get up early, mission accomplished. But that's the only practical reason I could see for that kind of a thing.
Yeah. As part of this service, the priestess sends Callie's spirit into the universe.
Yeah.
Which I thought was like, I don't know. I guess it's nice, except that she went out an airlock.
Little on the nose there, right?
Yeah.
Kind of rude.
Yeah, I was like, oh boy. And like, so they don't go get the body, right? When that happens, or do they?
We
I
don't
don't know.
see one. I don't know that there
No.
would be one at this type of ceremony because it's our first time seeing one. It's not like we had another one of these where it was like open casket or something. But I mean,
Yeah.
that photo they showed of her at the end, I got to imagine, even if they did, it's closed casket. And then you're just launching it back out in space again. And it's probably really hard to find. Like,
yeah, especially because like, I mean, Galactica would know like when the airlock blew, right? They'd be like, oh, something's up. But like, there's a lot of physics of where things can like head and how fast. And I don't know.
There's lots of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maths. So.
And Gata's gone. He's the only one who does that shit. So.
Oh, yeah. Gata could have figured
somewhere
it out,
else, right?
Fuck that. We don't even get to see him this episode.
So sad. So sad. Tyrell, like, grabs Tori and Saul at the same time on their way out, which is a bit suspicious.
I mean, Ty, sure.
Yeah, that's like a commanding officer. I could see why you might grab Ty, but why are you grabbing Tori?
That's weird. Also,
that's weird.
People think, like, Callie presumably wasn't the only one who thought he was having an affair with Tori. Like, people have seen them at the bar drinking and stuff.
And they saw the whole scene where, like, he was sitting with Tori and then she's, like, screaming. So, like, that's suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's like looking at them for way too long, and Lee is right behind. I really actually loved. Okay, I can't remember Tyrell's actor's name, so you got to give it to me.
Actor's name? God, I'm thinking Ty, which is Michael Hogan. Tyrell is Aaron. God, fuck. Aaron Douglas.
Okay, the way that Aaron Douglas takes this moment and melts his crazy eyes stare at Ty and Tori into grief stare as Lee is trying to give him the condolences and the well wishes and I'm sorry's. It goes from just one subtly to the other in just such a way that I was like, wow, that's really very good acting, really beautiful, and that's how you can believe that Lee doesn't notice anything out of this man. So, yeah.
Ty visiting 6.
Yeah, Ty's visiting Caprica 6.
He goes and tells her that she can't see Hera, which apparently he does every day, and she asks again every day.
I guess she must be asking again, right? Because they don't actually say that. And I was like, is he just going and denying her request every day just for the hell of it? Like she asked once, but then he's like, no, bitch, every single day.
Request denied.
Who is taking care of Hera? We don't even know who's denying this request. It's just him, I guess.
Nikki, but yes.
Nikki's watching Hera?
Yeah. Hera's watching Nikki. There's not a lot of child watching on this show.
Yeah. But as he's speaking to her, guess who's back?
Yeah, he sees Ellen's like visage on Caprica's body.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah. We get a little bit here. We get it a lot more later.
Yes.
We do get confirmation that everyone thinks Callie killed herself. As
Yes.
Tori talks about Baltar's nigh Calvinist views.
Well, but I'm not sure based on things that happen later
I don't think
if
it's
this is all Baltar's views or she's just like
she.
she's
have a
hearing
whole
what she wants to hear, right?
She's hearing what she wants to hear.
Yes, yes, because she's got a whole thing of like, we don't need to feel guilt.
Yeah,
Tyrell,
they talk
we're
about
perfect.
She talks about this a lot right after the theme, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. I have a personal acquaintance who is a like everything is predestined Calvinist type, and fuck, is it just an excuse for him to be shitty sometimes?
Yeah.
It is real frustrating. And if you are a predestinationalist or a Calvinist of some variety, listener, know that my frustration is not with any of you except for this one person in particular.
That one guy.
The one guy I know who really is just all like, well, I was meant to be an asshole. And it's just like, oh, God.
I mean, that's a place you can go with it for sure, because I don't think that is a just him problem.
I'm sure there are other people like that in that mindset. And actually, I have to wonder if that mindset that he has actually comes from Tori and this arc in Battlestar Galactica, because the timing is rather convenient. And I know that he's a fan. So
he learned the wrong lesson, you're saying?
I would not be the first time.
Yeah. That's humans for you.
Yeah. But
yeah,
it's rough.
Tori says we can just turn the guilt off, Tyrell. You don't need to be feeling guilt that she killed herself, because you can just turn that off. Like I've turned off the guilt of actually being the one to kill her.
Whoops.
Well, she didn't say that, but this is one of those episodes where I'm kind of not frustrated, but
for sure.
It's rough the whole time because you're like, we know the truth, man.
Yeah.
And you don't. And that sucks. I hate that. And if that persists for too long, I will get annoyed with it.
That's fair.
But yeah, Tyrell is not interested in that. And it says, hey, Saul, remember, right? You said that we are going to be the men that we were going to be until the day that we die, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Ty is still like super into that in theory, it seems like. I'm worried about it, though. Because he's talking about his grief with Ellen, and you're going to remember it forever. Every single day, you're going to see her face. And it seems like it might be getting to you a bit, actually.
Yeah.
Even though you said you were fine, and you were trying to make us believe you were fine.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
All right. Survivor count, 39,675, down exactly one. Callie. They do love their one drops. Tori pops in and tests Gaius's pain kink.
Oh, she's so weird. She's getting weird.
Yeah, she's getting fucking weird. While also testing the boundaries of basic fucking logic. This is where a lot of that Calvinist stuff that was upsetting me that we just talked about comes from. But anyways.
But Gaius objects to it a little bit.
He does.
Because she's like,
yes, give Gaius a piece of credit.
I'm giving Gaius a tiny piece of credit. I'm about to take it back away.
Yeah.
But yes, he's like, well, no, we're not one with God, or because she basically like leads him down this little rabbit hole of like, and then we're one with God, and he's like, well, but that would mean we're perfect, and we're not. And she's like, wait, what? But tear gas. Yeah, you got to do a tear gas.
Yeah, one of the gangs from the Warriors shows up to ruin Gaius's orgy hall. And you know what? I think we can do better with a name. I want something with some more alliteration. So I have a couple of suggestions.
All right.
Feel free to jump in here.
Do I have to do this?
Yes. I'm subjecting you to it.
All right.
Fine. I mean, you could log off. That's fine. You could mute me and I'd never know if you nod convincingly enough and or get upset occasionally when I stop for a punchline, and I'd never be able to tell.
Okay. All
right. So we have my first up. I'm really leaning into the alliteration here. The President's Pleasure Palace is the
Ugh.
first one I wrote, and that's too real. Can't
Yeah.
handle that. Not interested.
Don't like that one. It ain't that.
So then number 2, Baltar's Bang Bus.
That
No?
kind of has some pops to it because Bang Bus is like it's just 2 syllables, very funny.
It rolls. Baltar doesn't have a lot of nicknames, so I had to kind of reach for some of these.
Okay.
The Trader's Taint Town.
Okay.
Gaius's Gratification Group.
That sounds that almost sounds like that's the serious cult name, right? So like like there's the public facing persona of the cult.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what they're gonna go with, right? Yeah.
The Collaborators Contentment Crew.
Mm.
Nah, that one's kind of wordy. How about Baltar's Bliss Birth?
No.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
I don't like birth. It's too...
Birth is the problem. I'd expect bliss to be the problem.
It's together. You know, together it's bad. Yeah.
The President's Primrose Path.
No.
Okay.
No. I don't like acknowledging that he was president.
That's fair. Gaius's Glee Gutter.
You're onto something with gutter. I really like that one.
You like gutter? Okay. I have one final one that I saved for last because I think you're gonna like it the most.
Oh, okay.
The Dumbass's Diversion Domicile.
I do like anything that refers to him as a dumbass. That's true.
I thought you might.
I just, from an objective, like, what's the quippiest? I think Baltar's Bang Bus is pretty funny.
Okay, that's what we're rolling with then, going forward.
The Bang Bus. Okay, I'm gonna
I
tell
told you
what...
I had one bit.
It was good. I liked it. That was a fun little trip we went on. Let me tell you what.
Let me tell you how many hours I spent looking at a thesaurus.
Let me tell you what I fucking hate about this thing, this intrusion into the Bang Bus. Religious fanaticism and all that, bad. And people coming in and beating people, bad. All bad.
Yeah,
but
violence.
I think there's a deliberate choice here by the team, the directors, the writers, all the people who put these things together. These sons of Ares that come in and they're looking for Gaius. And they start beating the shit out of a bunch of women wanting to know where Gaius is.
Yes.
And none of them know because Gaius is like scampered into the rafters. And he's letting a bunch of women get beat instead of like stepping in front of that.
Yes.
And saying, I'm here. Leave my followers alone. Don't touch these women. There's like women who get like I don't know what it's called when you punch someone across the face, like with closed fists. And there's women who get beat horrifically.
Yeah, it's not
grabbed by the hair.
It's
awful things. We don't see it really happen to any of his male followers.
Well, that's because there really aren't any at this
There's
point.
Like 2. We do see one later. There's like one in a scene. Yeah.
So at the end, when like it starts to become a more legitimized thing instead of just the Bang Bus, which we're gonna still call it that, but there's a lot more dudes at the end. But right now, they're very few and far between, and it's also like they were setting up like a market. Like everyone looked like they were like setting up stalls.
Oh, it was probably like the buffet because they've had that buffet line for like dinner.
Yeah, I mean that sounds nice. But they were like hanging up artwork and stuff. They're putting up all their art projects.
Yeah, they were just doing
macaroni pictures of Gaius or whatever they're doing.
I'm going to need somebody to make me a macaroni picture of Gaius Baltar because that would make me laugh.
Yeah, no, it's fucking terrible.
Obviously. I know there's going to be some stuff at the end that's like redemptive towards this, but I was just like, no. I gave him some credit when he was like, oh, no, wait, we're not perfect. But then, nope, it's gone again. Sorry.
Yeah. And Tori's just like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, and she's like, I'm not sure what exactly is happening in Tori's head here, but she's she's had this like liberation from Gaius where she's like,
Hmm.
oh, Cylons can feel and Cylon's not bad. And then she comes in with her this thing and he's like, but we're not perfect. And that's kind of rocking her world. And then she sees him do this like massively cowardly thing
Yeah.
that I don't know what's going on in her head. And I don't think I get any answers. I don't think there's any answers in my notes.
Not really. Tyrell fixes up Racetrack's Raptor. He's just thinking of Callie and the good and the bad of their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And he totally fracks it up, and they make a crash landing. Did you think Racetrack was dead here?
I thought the way this thing crashed, I was like, oh, Racetrack's totally dead.
Oh, yeah. This was like when we see them like walking around in the next scene, we see Racetrack and Skulls just like hanging out. They're fine. Like they are more than fine. They're like mobile. Like
it's wild.
Yeah. They must have been strapped in real good because that crash was, well,
it like smushed the whole nose of the thing.
It did. Yeah, no, it totally got crash zoned. And it's just like crunch zone, whatever that part of the car they designed is.
Oh yeah, crumple zone.
Crumple zone. Anyways, and it's just like, okay, well, there's no gravity here, right? Or it's very light gravity, I'm guessing.
Sure. Mm.
So maybe it's like, okay, they don't have that, so it's just the force of the ship, but it still like flips and stuff. But if you were like suspended, I guess you might not have to deal with too much of that.
Maybe your suit has like an airbag that goes off and just poof, your big bubble.
Oh man, I'd love to see that in a sci-fi show.
That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because you could do it for seriousness, but then you could also pull it off for comedy once or twice. Where's the Orville? The Orville needs this. Also, the Orville needs to come back.
Somebody get Seth MacFarlane on the line.
Next time I see him at a convention, I'll yell this idea at him across the room. I'm sure that will go over well. Seth, what if their suits were also airbags? And he'll just look at me like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Don't yell it at JMS, though. He'll be really pissed.
Yeah, he hates it when you give him ideas because then he can't think.
Yep.
Like, or say that they were his ideas.
Yeah. So
I mean, I get that. Like, that's why I don't listen to other podcasts that are covering the same stuff we cover.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's like I can't throw shade at that.
Yep. No, when he was repairing this raptor, did you notice Chekhov's glass tube that he stuck in his pocket?
Yeah.
Oh, he forgot the glass tube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he double checks on this glass tube in a little bit. But first we see Baltar talking to the space cops about the Sons of Ares.
Yeah. He's being petulant, demanding as usual. Like, these are fundamentalist splinters. Why aren't you out catching them? Why are you here talking to me? Which is actually a part of catching them, but whatever.
Yeah. Don't you logic me.
But 6BT is like in the background going, hey, this is the old gods trying to fight back against you, guys.
Yeah.
And
man, if this were 2019, we'd totally be talking about American gods right now.
Oh, but I don't want to do that though.
No, fuck you, Neil. We don't get to do that anymore.
I never saw the show anyway. I only read the book, but
I mean,
nah.
I enjoyed the book when I read it.
Yeah.
That was
like 20 years ago for me.
Yeah, it was a while ago, and it's in the. So I've just built the library right at the home. I've redone that room. We have a box of books that is labeled Forbidden Section. That is going to be. It's not up on any shelves right now. And I think I might build a like hidden chunk of the library. I've got a little like space where I could put a like panel that pops out, and then there could be books back there. And I think we might make a little forbidden section and put all of the authors who we remember our time with the books fondly and then found out they were shitbags.
Yeah. Wonder if there's any series that will go in there.
Oh, it's in the same box, 100%. Yep.
RSVP. Speaking of shitty people.
Yeah, there's a segue. Nailed it.
Yeah, the old gods are fighting back against you, the new god, Gaius. It seems like, okay, tell me if I'm reading it wrong. But it
Okay.
seems like when 6PT, I don't remember if it's this scene or one of the next scenes with her, says like she's leading him toward like you are going to stand up and you are going to be the one God. Not she's not talking anymore about there is the one God you just need to give yourself over to. It seems like she is leading him towards him being the one God. Am I crazy?
I mean, I don't read it that way. I read it more Messiah-y.
Yeah. But
than
I mean, that's sort of the same thing though. Like
it can be, but it doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
You know, prophet, not Messiah. Maybe my terminology here is incorrect. I'm a bad person to ask these things too.
The Jesus is that he is also God, right? He was made man, but he was God. So it seems like it's going in that direction. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I can see that read. But I definitely didn't feel that way my first time watching.
And I'm realizing I'm pretty sure it is in the next scene with her that it gets really in that direction for me.
Yeah.
Because it's when he starts talking about we need to stand up, and that's not the scene, I don't think.
No. That's the next scene. Is taking a stand against those who oppress them, and then he proceeds to oppress people who are just vibing.
Yeah. In between, we have a scene with Tyrell. Did we want to talk about that?
Yes. We see Tyrell realizes that he's the reason it crashed, and he wants people to yell at him for fucking up. But everyone's kind of like, bro, it's been 17 minutes of screen time since your wife died. Like, you can have a pass on this.
Well, the phrase that sets him off specifically is Racetrack telling him it's okay, he's only human.
Yeah.
And that's when he loses his fucking shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyrell. That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
We get more of 6PT stoking Gaius's god complex. And specifically, she's like saying like, you're going to be very special, right? We can agree on that.
Yeah.
And
Special boy Gaius.
The specialist boy. He's just a little guy. Gaius is like talking to her at first and like, this isn't about me. And it seems pretty sincere. It's about the people. And then he starts like speeching to the room that we're going to make our stand. And he goes to the temple where we're all just doing a service and starts flipping tables.
Yeah. Starts, oh, what absurd story are you believing? Zeus sprung babies from his head? Serial rapist.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, so they just kept our stories intact, huh? Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to relate that way.
Yeah. I was just like, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's yelling about all the gods, flips the tables, but I was like, that sounds like a story I've heard. And gets drug away by the guards. Back to the brig, apparently.
Yep.
Okay, so Adama brought Rosalind another book to read, but she didn't have a big test today. She didn't have a big bunch of stuff, just a little blood test.
A little blood test today. But he brings his favorite book ever, The Sea Rider Falcon, which has to be the Maltese Falcon, right?
Oh, okay.
Like, that's what it's going for.
I was just like, okay, weird name.
I mean, it's a noir. We know that that's what he's into. But he says something here that chilled me to my very core.
Yes, do go ahead.
He's never finished the book.
Which is clearly a lie, we find out. It's a lie. I'm pretty sure. Because at the end he's reading it to her.
Yeah.
But he closes the book as he's reading the end.
He does. Is he making it up? He's just making it up.
You think he's making it up? I thought he had it memorized.
Because it suddenly takes a turn towards being about like accepting death very randomly when he closes the book. Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't finish the show when I watched it again today because I got to a certain point we haven't got to yet and said, "No, I'm fine." Okay, I'll have to go back and watch that part. I guess maybe he's making it up. I thought he had it memorized. I thought he was lying to her and he knew it by heart.
That would be such a good thing. Like, that would be such a good... Like, I appreciate it either way.
Mm-hmm.
One of these things is true. And either
Yeah.
way, I'm delighted with Ron Moore.
Yeah.
I bet you this
Okay.
question has been answered on the internet somewhere.
I can't know about it yet. I'm gonna watch it again with your read on it and see if I'm like, oh yeah, that's it, or if it could be either one.
Okay. See if like the shift, the tone changes a little bit or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
we could just ask him at Star Trek Las Vegas this year.
We're good. Yeah. No, I thought when he said this at the end, I was like, oh, that's weird. And then I saw the end and I thought, oh, he was lying. He knows this by heart. But she's read this book too, right? She's saying, oh, I love that book.
No,
Or,
she said
no, she
she's
hasn't
never read
it yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is probably also bullshit, because hasn't she said she's read every book in the fleet at this point?
Well, maybe that was just hyperbole.
Fair.
But yeah, if he's the only one who's got a copy of this, then I could see why you haven't read it, even if you have read every book in the fleet.
I mean, you've probably read every book in his room.
I mean, she could. She's over there sometimes.
She spends a lot of time over there.
Yeah.
Right?
So, but maybe she's not reading when she's there.
Oh.
I like making you uncomfortable.
Mommy and Daddy, no.
No, the other day. Okay, this is not about. I've been listening to sometimes the Battlestar soundtracks that I can listen to.
Yeah.
You know, the seasons 1 through 3 as my study music. And sometimes I know what it's about, you know, what's happening in the music. Like the fleeting piano of Cylon bullshit. We know what's happening there.
Yeah.
But not all of them. I don't know all of them. And this one comes on and I just started thinking, I was like, man, I just want Mom and Dad to be happy. And I looked at the title and it was something about Rosalind and Adama. I was like, oh, I nailed it. I just want Mom and Dad to be happy.
Yeah. You've read The Room.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about, they're like, oh, great, religious infighting, exactly what we needed.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
The end of the world is happening and there are only 30,000 of us left, but we're trying to kick each other's teeth in. And that just kind of like, it's kind of hurt.
Yeah, as
like,
it should.
It kind of hurts.
Ty goes down and is like, hey, Six, how do you live with this guilt? You've got like an off switch, right? Asking for a friend.
Yeah, you killed billions of people and you seem to be fine. Like,
yeah.
How does that happen? She says that I think she objects to the characterization and then is like, we're the same.
Yeah.
You and me. And Saul doesn't
say.
Saul don't like that. He gets the guns.
Yep.
Oh.
What?
I forgot to mention earlier in the episode, like back when Saul and Tori came to visit. I'm looking at what's happening next. So Tyrole's in the repair bay and he's just like working late. I don't know if the show mentioned it, but I was like, he's just totally forgotten about his son.
Yeah.
When Ty and Tori were over, like telling him to keep it together, Nikki was crying.
Yeah.
And Tiro was like, oh, he probably needs a change, and didn't even like move to touch him.
Yeah.
And I think Ty was going to get it, which was pretty funny to me. Because Ty said something that sort of implies like, oh, fine, you know.
Yeah.
But I was like, he's just like forgotten about his son. He's working late, even though like you got a baby to take care of, dude. I don't know.
There is a very young child.
Not good. Not good. But back in the brig, we're looking at Ellen again.
I'm glad they found a way to get Kate Vernon a paycheck.
Yeah, I guess.
As much as I loathe the character of Ellen Ty, like I love that character because Kate Vernon does such a good job. So.
She does a very good job. And it's so weird seeing her in the Six outfit.
Right. Yeah, it's super off-putting. I mean, it's supposed to be, I think.
Yeah. But she's offering him absolution that he seems to want, but tries to reject.
Yeah. We see Rosalind fuck with Baltar for a minute. She's like, look, bitch, I'm dying and I don't give a fuck anymore. So if your name comes across my desk again, it's going to be a problem, but I'm going to wave my hand and make all this shit go away right now.
Yeah.
I want to go out with I want the scoreboard to read Rosalind 1, Baltar 0 when I go.
She's not so interested in rules and laws anymore, I think is the gist of the whole thing.
She says it directly.
Yeah, she says, I'm not so interested in rules and laws. Yeah, I wondered if that was a direct quote or not. I should have put quotes around it.
Yeah.
She's going to do her job, but she's not interested in rules and laws.
In charge of rules and laws.
Yeah. Yeah. Not liking that. Also, too real.
For sure. For sure.
Let's make it sadder. Let's just make it sadder.
Tyrell is drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And the Admiral comes and tries to console him. But he just fucking lets out almost everything.
Almost. Yeah, he like hallucinates Adama calling him a Cylon, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is so sad. He goes on this huge tirade about how he settled for Callie.
Yes.
And never really wanted her or this life.
Mm-hmm.
Not great when I just pointed out that he's neglecting his son.
Yeah.
Oh boy. But Adama tries to like give him a chance to gracefully exit this conversation as best you can at this point. But he goes on about how Adama doesn't know him. He doesn't care about him. He doesn't care about anyone. He only cares about his ship. And then Adama's like, one more time, I'm asking you to gracefully exit this conversation. But Tyrell just begs for demotion instead.
Yep.
He gets punished. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He gets told that he's being reassigned. His title has changed. He's specialist instead of chief.
Yeah.
There's a line in here that I want to call attention to.
Please do. Please do.
Where he's all like, Callie was a great woman, integral part of the crew. And he's like, if you really fucking believed that, you wouldn't have threatened to kill her like 4 episodes ago.
Was it only 4? It was more than that.
4.
Yeah.
It was like 8 or 9 or something. But
yeah, but still.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. I can give Dad some grace on that, but I can understand why Tyrell is an ass about it too. But I mean, she was an integral part of the crew. She had a lot of people's trust. That's the only reason she was able to like pull off a mutiny maneuver. So
yeah,
I don't know what you want here, Tyrell.
He doesn't.
And a lot of that, honestly, a lot of Callie's like trust that she had from others was borrowed from Tyrell, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like he had a lot of the like reputation among the two of them, I think. So I don't know.
We go over to a quorum meeting where they're restricting the right to assemble.
Yeah. We're restricting the right to assemble because then people won't go after Baltar's group because they won't all be in one place is like the veneer on it all.
Yeah, it's super fucking backwards.
And it's like, okay.
There's some worry about like, well, if this applies to like non-predominant religion, what about the Mithracites?
The who's?
The Mithracites.
I don't know if that's been brought up, and I honestly don't remember those words. Tell me more.
It hasn't been brought up. You're not crazy.
Okay.
But this is another cultural memory thing. Mithra was a Persian god.
Okay.
Who migrated to the Roman pantheon at some point. And there was like a rather famous like legionnaire cult of like Roman soldiers who all worshipped Mithra.
Huh.
It was a whole thing.
That's neat.
Yeah.
What a fun reference to throw in there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to be more of a thing, but it's a fun little
little thing. And it's all like, oh, well, there's this other religion. We tolerate them. Like, shouldn't we tolerate this? And she's all like, no, because of Baltar.
I mean, I get it. He super sucks.
He does super suck. Should have just said that. It's all like,
Yeah.
you've seen what happens when he gets followers and power. And
He
it's all like,
sucks.
he just sucks. It would have been gone. Well, everyone would be like, well, that's undisputed.
Yeah, that is very
yeah.
true, right?
Yeah, he
this
does
guy,
suck. Yeah.
this fucking guy. Yeah.
Right. Tom Zarek even is all like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. Tori though. We get some looks from Tori in this one where she's pointedly looking at Rosalind. I don't think she says a damn word. I didn't write anything down. But very, very interested to know what she's thinking.
Well, she's drinking that Kool-Aid, so
yeah,
that might not be the best analogy to use here.
Oh, yeah. I guess I've heard that's offensive.
Well, well, I mean, it's about mass suicide.
Yeah.
So, from a cult.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna call myself out on that one.
All right.
That was not good.
How about this? Yeah, she's really huffing Baltar's farts. So
yeah, there we go. Can I tell you a quick story?
Sure.
Yesterday was Bring Your Kids to Work Day.
Okay. All right.
My work has a whole production, a big to-do. So I brought Ben and Glow's son, Henry, with work to me yesterday.
Yeah.
Most of my coworkers have children that are a little bit younger than Henry, but not like I don't want to put numbers on it because I don't want to dox him on a podcast where one of his parents isn't even here to comment on this. But they're a little bit younger, and they are running around my boss's boss, fake farting the other kids.
Good, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Classic.
This is hilarious, objectively hilarious.
Did you ask any of them if they want to be on a podcast?
No. We don't talk about the podcast at work.
I'm just joking. Yeah.
But I mean, this guy, he's a good guy. He's, he's got 5 kids. Like, this is old hat for him. He has 3 sons.
It's familiar, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's familiar with the fart games. And they're up playing, and Henry looks over at me like he wants to go play with the kids. And I'm all like, yeah, you can go play. It's fine. And he runs over and fake rips ass on my boss's boss so hard and then yells out, "Fart nuke." And it was the funniest fucking thing.
That's good. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess he was huffing farts. So
your boss was huffing farts all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great time.
Good. Politics, huffing farts, all the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rosalind basically just stands up and is like, remember that this fucking guy, and leaves.
Yeah.
She's like, y'all do whatever you want to do with like laws and shit. That's fine. I don't care about those anymore. But remember, this fucking guy.
This fucking guy.
Fucking guy.
Ty is still hanging out with Caprica 6.
Yes. 6 is like sleeping and wakes up to Ty watching her.
Yeah.
No, thank you. No, thank you, please. No.
Not appropriate behavior from a jailer. No.
I would as someone who was like awkwarded out a lot in this episode, I would have rather watched another 2 minutes of Tori and Baltar doing the weird pain stuff in the beginning than watching Caprica 6 wake up and realize Ty had been watching her sleep.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's so weird. I was so done.
She starts talking about how she fell in love with Gaius, I think.
Yeah.
And morphs into
That's the line.
Morphs into Ellen.
Yeah.
As she's talking about this. Did we have a name for head person Ellen? Have I forgotten it?
Well, is Ellen a head person?
I don't.
We haven't really seen head person Ellen. This is new.
Oh, we didn't get this before? Ty,
no.
We didn't go through a whole thing with Ty before? Maybe I just anticipated it so hard. I thought it happened.
And normally head people are separate than the people involved in the room.
You're not hallucinating them on top of someone else.
Yeah, this is on top of someone else. Is it the same? Is the question I'm asking.
I don't think it's the same. Just off my gut. And the reason I think that is, it kind of seems like the 6 model. She's a bit of like the honeypot model or the catfish model. And she's just going to morph into whatever she thinks you want her to be.
Yeah.
And with Ty, she's pulled the Ellen vibe so strong that he's just hallucinating her.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my
that's the vibe.
Take right now. Because what we've seen of like the 6s when they've interacted romantically with someone, it's like, it feels like they don't have a sense of themselves strong enough. They just sort of like pick up the vibes on what you want. And I'm going to be what you want. And then I'm going to get what I actually want later. So don't feel good about this. Don't like any of where this is going.
Yeah.
But she talks about how the pain of losing Gaius made her understand death. I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah, the pain is important.
The pain is important. I'm going to teach you to use it. And then she like pulls off his eye patch and looks at his empty socket for some reason.
Yeah. Gaius is trying to get in, but they're enforcing that order that there can only be 12 people. And so Baltar gets thrown to the ground here by guards.
6PT is goading him the whole time. I want to point that out. She's goading him to make a stand and be a hero.
Yeah. Gaius keeps standing up and getting rocked as we see Ty yell at 6PT as she beats the shit out of him to give him the clarity of pain.
Oh, yeah.
And we see Gaius get wrecked a couple of times in here.
Oh,
but there's one shot that's so fucking good.
I want to just point out that before the hitting even started, 6PT has already started goading. And she tells him that just step forward and you won't be harmed. And he does and gets hit. And I'm like, huh. We have a different definition of harm, I suppose. But I thought that was interesting that she like lied to him.
Yeah, I mean, she's got some agency.
Get it to happen.
As we see when she picks him up and we see him like picked up, but she's not there. And like the way he's holding his body. Fucking James Callis.
Fucking James Callis. It's very good.
Gaius Baltar, like, you lovable scamp.
I'm not going to go that far. I can't take it that far. James Callis, you lovable scamp. I'll take James Callis.
Okay.
I will not put the character on that.
That's fair. I would argue with that one.
Yeah. She just like forces him to get beaten a few times. Yeah. But then for some reason, Lee runs in. Well, it's a government thing, and that's Lee's job as a character now. He's a government.
To tell them, hey, guys, your rights are restored. Let him in. Man, things I wish a congressperson would say.
It's so funny, things I wish a congressperson would say. But also, like, it's so funny that the guards are just like, well, okay. And it's like, there's no military chain of command this needs to go through.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, well, I used to know this guy. I used to work with him. It's fine.
Oh, Lee, yeah. We were on that one freighter when the civilians were revolting. Like, it's...
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They're like, all right, we'll stand down and let them do this. Yeah. And Gaius thanks Lee, but Lee's like, I'm not doing this for you.
That's so good, though.
Yeah. Yeah, but then Gaius ruins it by being like, yes, you're doing it because God has compelled you. It's like, okay. I'm really, really not doing this for you.
Yeah. This leaves Rosalind stewing. Lee's too idealistic. He needs to appeal to the middle to win an election. There's no way we're going to endorse a socialist for the mayor of New York City, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. She says that Lee's always doing the right thing and shit, but the right thing might actually be a luxury. And I'm like, oh, that's a bummer. And then this is where Adama, I guess, just kind of dodges it and continues reading to her about the fear of emptiness inside is what I wrote down. But then he doesn't need the book anymore. And he's just reading from memory or not.
Or not.
I'm going to go back and watch that. See if I have a different take next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Saul begs Caprica 6 to hit him again.
Yep.
But she's like, no, that's not what you need now. Now you need to make out.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
That could have been this whole episode. This
whole episode.
We could have just recorded an hour of us going, eh.
They're going to end this just field of nastiness on Gaius giving a speech about he's not a priest. He's not even a good man. I mean, yeah nailed it. Broken clock, yeah.
Got it.
Something in the universe loves him, though. Gross. And this something can spark in them all if they love themselves. We get some montages on top of this. We get Tyrell and Nikki, Starbuck and Anders. Remember that they exist.
Yeah.
They weren't in this episode, but they exist. Gaius declares that everyone is perfect just as they are, while 6BT eyes Tori knowingly.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know what's going on here, man. I don't like any of it.
Nor should you.
Don't like it. Okay, how do we feel about it?
4 out of 12.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad, but it was a fucking slog.
I gave it a 5 out of 12. So
yeah, I originally gave it a 5 out of 12, and then we were talking about it for an hour, and I decided to take one off. But if you were to read my notes, it does say a 5 out of 12.
All right. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. I can't take too many more of these. I do plan to go watch another episode tonight, so I'm excited for you to tell me what it's about since we've hit the end of my runway here. But I just cannot take too many slogs. I hope this next one is better.
I've got bad news for you.
Uh-oh. No, set my expectations appropriately. Because remember, it made me so mad when I was expecting too much.
I think in my head, the next 2 or 3 episodes all kind of blend together.
Okay. All right.
And then we're going to hit like 9, 10.
Mm-hmm.
9, 10 are big.
Okay.
11's big. And after that, there's another little slog for like 2 or 3 episodes.
And then there's not many left.
And then it's like the end of Deep Space Nine.
Okay. All right. Thank you for setting that for me because it made me so upset last time.
I mean, then that's all from memory from original air because at this point I haven't rewatched any of these episodes since they originally came out. So it's been a long time.
Okay.
All right, we got season 4, episode 5, The Road Less Traveled. Tyrell continues to sink into despair and attends one of Baltar's sermons.
Oh, no. I don't like that.
The Demetrius crew worries about Starbuck.
Fair.
That guy shows up.
That guy.
That guy.
Romo Lampkin?
Different that guy. Not as good of a that guy.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I look forward to that guy.
Not like a guest star, like a character in the show where you're just like, that fucking guy.
I mean, we've already had Gaius Baltar. I don't know. I don't know what else I'm going to.
Oh, you do. You're going to go and watch it. I'm going to see a text message in 20 minutes.
Oh, good. This will be fun. All right.
I'll be sleeping.
That guy shows up.
Until then, we should probably say thank you. Thank you. We've got people we got to thank for helping us get this podcast out every week, like Jeremy Siegel.
Yeah.
Who composed our lovely theme music. Thanks so much, Jeremy. You can find more of Jeremy's work at jeremysiegel42.bandcamp.com and also on the local weather. Did I see that post properly?
What? Tell me about this and I'll go look for it.
Yeah, hop on the Book of Faces and go take a peek. It looks like they were on their local TV station and the weather had Funky Town on there for them and stuff. You got a photo next to it. It looked great. Looked like a good time.
Yeah. That looks cool.
Doesn't it, though?
Celebrity. We've got a celebrity.
Right?
Thanks to the other celebrity in our lives, Angry Duck Time Machine on Instagram for the podcast artwork.
Aaron, thanks so much for editing this podcast and making sure that it gets out. Appreciate you.
Yep. And making sure all the bad stuff also gets out.
Yeah.
We love it when you take out the bad stuff. Hey, listener, if you want to talk about this episode of Battlestar Galactica or any other episode of Battlestar Galactica, there's a place for you on our Discord.
Sure
If it's the episodes I haven't seen yet, that place better be Spoiler Town. But otherwise, come on down. We'd love to have you. It's a great group of people.
Yeah, we had a whole conversation in Spoiler Town that probably didn't need to be in Spoiler Town except for like 2 or 3 comments the other day.
Oh, yeah.
About what we're going to watch after this, which we should probably figure out soon.
Yeah,
so
at some point.
There is a suggestion in the Discord.
Yeah, I'd love to hear them.
Yeah.
Hit me with something.
And we'll see you next week, Internet.
Bye.